like a spaceship landing on the high street. This was a really interesting project to work on and a real departure from many of the brands and interiors I'd worked on before. The Southeast Asian eatery didn't even have a name when I started working on the project, so you could really say I was there since day dot. After going back and forth with countless ideas, the team all loved the idea of sama-sama, which is Indonesian for "you're welcome," but we gave it a little bit more speed by shortening it down to just sama. Due to the name decision spanning months, the overall brand and aesthetic had already really taken shape before the name was set in stone. On one of the mood boards, I'd been playing around with the idea of grains of rice forming different patterns, and had initially had it down as one of the wall covering concepts. But with the name, we could rework the pattern into a stylized S, which went on to create the identity. For the interior, this was the introduction of the brand, so it had to be a statement store. Something you see in a lot of my designs are these geometric shapes and angles, and this really seemed like the perfect project to use this aesthetic. The overall concept was to have this blend of traditional meets contemporary, so having a very noisy machined chipboard texture contrasting with the smoothness of a simple deep grey created a very abrupt fusion. We literally sliced through the entire space. The colour palette is very muted, mainly using light wood, black, white and little accents of pink. I wanted to give an industrial element, and that can be seen in the neon glow coming from behind the chipboard. These were to transform the environment from day to night, bringing a warmth in the evening and glowing through the windows as if a spaceship had landed on the high street. And then to add some colour and give a little nod to the traditional, lanterns fly overhead, creating this fun, bright installation and working to guide the customers down through the restaurant. To keep an informality in the space, I wanted to have elements of street food and opportunities to allow the tempting ingredients and food to do the talking. On the counter, the food is displayed in bright cookware, giving off wonderful aromas and being very visually delicious. From the identity, the rice formations are seen throughout, whether on the menagerie of sauces and sprinkles, the bespoke plates hung on the wall, and various points of signage around the interior. It's a really rare experience to be so involved with the brand from conception and be part of the team that's forming every little element of what the brand would become, and it's still one of my favourite interiors.